Yeah.
Like if they just stayed down the middle and didn't even give an opinion, we'd all probably know that this is business as usual, and maybe even get a good understanding on why it's happening. Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions on the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Mike.
I'm Ryan.
Hey, let's pull the pin. What do you have on deck, Ryan?
No, I was thinking, it's so funny, man. When we went through the whole election process, was I the only one that seemed to catch the whole thing about Biden happened to have all these kids in cages down at the border, and all of a sudden, guess what's coming to light? A bunch of kids down there in the border without parents and no place to go. And it seems like every time that's brought up, the conversation gets switched real quick. But just thought it was an interesting one.
Yeah, it really is. And I'll say this. We talked about, and I hate talking about the media. I really and truly do. But since you brought up this topic, it has to do with the media. And that's why I said I was hoping Trump lost, because we have a short attention span as Americans in this country, right? Mm-hmm. And we really do. That's why, because if you gave Trump 8 years, then people would say, I don't remember that. No, it's only 4 years, right? So, yeah, you're right. That was happening under the previous administration, and now what? Right?
Very true.
It was happening, if you look at now, it was happening under the previous administration and the previous administration. Mm-hmm. And now people are criticizing just the previous administration.
Oh, yeah.
That's the part right there that just kills me.
And it's not even criticizing. It's the criticizing thing, I think, is fair, because you get criticism from either side depending what team it is. It's not the criticizing that really strikes as odd to me. It's the delivery of the message. In other words, like if you would acknowledge it and say, it's no big deal, that's one thing. But to promote it like it's a good thing while you degrade it from the last administration, like what changed? Just the president. Like what changed? Yeah. But you're telling the same story to two extremes. Yeah. Like if they just stayed down the middle and didn't even give an opinion, we'd all probably know that this is business as usual, and maybe even get a good understanding on why it's happening.
Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah, that was true.
No, yeah. Go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry. That's deep. I'll take it from there, Jim. But go ahead, Ryan.
No, to me, I sit there watching the news media. They're showing 3-year-olds getting dropped off a 14-foot wall by smugglers, and these kids are coming in at record numbers right now, and they're literally sitting in. They're not caged, but by God, there's no place to. I think my whole thing is like we just talked about, is the media coverage on it. It really is, because it's okay in my eyes right now. It's okay, and they're giving a little bit of a pass, although they're kind of drooling on, but they're giving more of a pass than anything. That Biden doesn't have a direct answer for this right now. Biden hasn't addressed it, but he's not getting reamed for not having an answer or addressing it. Where the last administration, oh my God, anything he didn't have an answer on was the wrong answer. It didn't matter what answer he gave. He could have said Jesus came down and said we got to do this, and it would have been the wrong answer.
I'm pretty sure Biden's not even dressing himself, so let alone addressing anything.
Easy. Oh God.
Well, okay, so the vice president hasn't given him a good answer yet, I guess. Is that a better way to say it?
There you go.
Oh God, it's too soon.
Oh, yeah, what do you mean?
I think you guys would be proven right, probably. I don't know, but no. Getting back to now both of your points of why is this happening down on the border? If you ever notice, that's never talked about. It's never talked about. It's criticize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and now those same people who were criticizing, except for maybe one, I'll throw it out there, maybe two, like senators out there are criticizing Biden the same way they criticize Trump. Maybe two. And that's where the hypocrisy comes in.
Big time.
Now, throw out the media, throw out the politicians. The biggest hypocrisy to me are those Democrats out there who support Biden and say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You're in agreement now. But before you criticized the previous administration, but you're not going to criticize this administration because that's your team. That's the problem, as you guys very well know. That's the problem that I have in America.
Before it was okay to cage. I mean, it was horrible to cage kids. Now it's okay. We're just not going to mention it. It's shh.
Yeah, but that's that's what gets me. Now it's okay, just like it was 4 years before. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's that team. It's, I know Nate used to say take off the D and the R, and it's that team mentality that keeps us from actually solving problems. To me, if you take out all the names of anything and just strip it down to strip it down, yeah, but you strip it down to the bare facts, people are coming across the border illegally in record numbers. Yep. I don't care who you're talking about. Pretend the other team's in charge. Pretend you're in charge. Who cares? Strip it down to that, and then you can address the problem. It's when they start sensationalizing and doing all this stuff. It just creates more problems because now you got, okay, it's the other team doing it, and it's a problem. So, or it's not a problem, depending how they look at it. So you're adding a layer of confusion and something else to debate about before you even talk about the problem.
Yeah, bringing that up, what is the problem? I mean, I guess, when was the last time you've been to Mexico? I mean, I went down there probably 6 months ago. I love Mexico. I think Mexico's gorgeous. I'd love to go to Mexico.
Same here.
I understand there's corruption. I understand there's probably a lack of jobs, but it's anywhere right now. There's corruption here. There's lack of jobs.
I was about to say, as a tourist, you don't give a damn.
Right. Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, I still tip, so But I mean, if you go to some of the bigger cities down there, man, it is gorgeous. I mean, they have, pretty, in some aspects, a nice quality of life. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot that's not. You fly over, you see the Afghan-looking huts. You're like, oh, wow. Yeah, they still look like that. I mean, but they come here, and then they do the same thing. They go into whatever city, and they create their little Afghan-looking huts in the middle of that city. So it's not like they're increasing their quality of life. They're just moving here to do it,
Right.
But I guess my question is why? Why are they fleeing Mexico like that? What's so bad about Mexico that makes them want to come here? The opportunities, they're not here anymore. They're gone. They're in Mexico. It's been shipped over there. If they want those, they can go to China or India or something like that and go get those opportunities. They're just not here anymore. So what makes them want to come here? And I guess if they're going to keep doing this, at what point in America do we say we can't take it anymore? We'll spend 48 hours. We'll go down to Mexico with a bunch of troops and we'll just make it a state.
Mm.
I mean,
yeah. I personally don't understand the concept of I always try to bring things into my backyard. We got to get back to that anyway, Mike. We've been doing that before, but I bring it into my backyard. Let's just say this country is my backyard. Well, technically it is, but if my neighbors and stuff were coming in my yard, I'd have a problem. But even worse, if somebody was in my yard causing a problem, I'm not going to my neighbor's yard. I'm going to get them the hell out of my yard. Yep. So why are these countries not fixing their problems? Why are these people, if you can come over here in the hundreds of thousands, why are you not going to your country and saying, clean this place up? Why are you not fighting for your own country and saying, we need to fix what's here? You think these people can't, Mike? You're shaking your head like they don't?
No, I mean, if you really look at it, somebody from down there right now, being in the context of the conversation, being Mexico. Mm-hmm. If you look at, they can get as close as they can to our minimum wage. That's some serious cash. That's some serious cash for them to be able to live the way they will here and send money back to their family.
Okay, you're looking at it as a prosperous opportunity, where Ryan was just talking about why are they fleeing Mexico, the corruption or any of that. So if it's a corruption problem, they should be able to handle their business. It's even just like when we go into these other countries, I don't understand why we need to go into these other countries and get democracy. If you're not willing to fight for your own country, I don't think anybody should come help you. So if all these people are leaving, these refugees and stuff are leaving, I'm willing to die for my country. Mm-hmm. I will. I'll die for my home. I will.
So should they die?
What's that?
Should they die?
Oh, that's their choice. But my point is if I leave my home, should my neighbors take me in because I didn't want to fight for my home? Should I expect them to take me in? So it's a choice for both sides.
No, what are they going to fight though?
Whatever they're running from.
I mean, America didn't get where we were because we didn't fight. I mean, we were under tyranny at one point too. I mean,
yeah, I got that, but I think it's you say tyranny, but no, they're just running to make a better living.
Well, they wouldn't be running then.
Right.
They wouldn't be running if they're going to get an opportunity.
They're crossing the border.
Right. And we have a process for that. There's people, we've taken more immigrants than any other country.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter to the immigrant.
Well, I understand that.
Let me say this real quick, because I think what you're talking about, Mike, is an effect of them coming here, not the cause of them coming here. So they come here and they have that opportunity to make that better money and send it back. But they didn't leave there. I think they left there because of the cartels, because of the corruption of the police for not handling the cartels, the government for turning the other way. There's tons of reasons down to Mexico to leave. I get that, but the quality of life, while yes, it's better here, to live here and just have a bare minimum life, you have to have a skill that's going to make more than the bare minimum wage here, So they're not living in, they're living in homes. This is not the nicest homes, but these days the price of a rental home is $2,000 a month. It's ridiculous. So
right,
they're still they're making money to send there, but I think that's a cause. It's not, and they're not making as much as they used to for sure because they're spending more here to live here. But I don't think that's the reason they're leaving. I really don't. I think there's
to make more money and to send money back home.
I don't think that's the reason. No, I think that's the cause of them. No, I think that's a side effect of it. I think because they left Mexico, now they have that opportunity. I think they left Mexico because of something in Mexico that's happening. Like I said, the cartels or corruption or whatever, a threat of life at all times down there. I get it. There's certain cities you can't go into. I couldn't go into. I'd be kidnapped. It's okay to kidnap. That's a job down there is to kidnap kids.
It's true.
Well, to your argument, Mike, to maybe balance this out is we really don't know why they're coming here. We can speculate, but when they come across illegally, they have to claim asylum.
Right.
That's part of the program. So they have to claim asylum. So are they lying or are they actually fleeing because asylum doesn't mean I need more money and a better job. That's not how you claim for asylum. You don't cross the border and say, hey, help me, I need more money and a job. That's not. So in order for them to come across illegally, they have to have a reason, which leads us to believe, to Ryan's point, that they're fleeing something dangerous. So if Ryan were to assume that, he would assume it based on their claims. Now, if they're lying, then Mike, your point would be they're all coming here for a better life, and that would be true. But we wouldn't know that unless we know they're lying or not.
Yeah, I'm not going to jump on the lying versus telling the truth for asylum, but
I imagine some do and some don't.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan. Go ahead.
No, so I think there could be a mix in there. That some do lie because they want the money, maybe, and some really are free. But I guarantee you, when they're dropping their kids off without parents, it's not the quality of life that the kids are getting. It's some kind of threat they're running from. Because, the other day I was literally watching the news. No parents. Smugglers came over, dropped a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old off of a 14-foot wall, and then they took off and went back across to Mexico. Those 3-year-olds and 2-year-olds aren't going to make a better life.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yeah. I agree. I see what you guys are saying there.
It's all the kids that are down there right now that's the thing. It's all these kids that don't have parents with them. Why are the parents sending the kids up here with no supervision? Especially that young.
Right.
Because they believe that they have a better chance of survival and a better living than what they would have with the cartel, police corruption, and all of those things.
I agree, and that's why I say as Americans, when do we step in and say, okay, this is enough. You got to fix your stuff, or we're going to come do it.
Ryan, aren't we making assumptions there too? Like, for one, we're assuming that the parents are sending the kids.
That's true too. They could be kidnapped. I don't know.
Right. It could be the bad guys trying to get across with kids, so they say, hey, look, this is my family. You're not going to stop me, right? And then I think of the psychological thing because, like I said, I try to bring it in my backyard. I don't know how I'm going to create a better life for my child by sending them off to a country where they know nobody. There's no guarantee there. So would I just go ahead and put my kid on a wall, throw him in a foreign country, say good luck?
Right.
There'd have to be somebody I know there going or receiving them. Right. Otherwise, my kid's going to stay with me because they stand the best chance of being protected because I die to defend my child.
I disagree, but okay.
With the part about I died to defend my children.
Yeah, you're not gonna die.
You come on my
But
house.
no,
Come in my house. You come on in.
I know, right?
Oh no, wait! I
No,
can't invite you. I can't invite you. Try to come on in.
yeah, no. I say I disagree because where we are today, as the American vets that we are, I don't think we can fathom what they're going through down there in Mexico for someone to send their child and say, hey, I'd take that chance on them in America versus staying here in Mexico. I don't think we really truly understand that.
I can't disagree because I don't know what's in their mind.
Right.
That's why I said I bring in my backyard. There's no way I will die getting my kid into America before I throw my kid into America. I would be with my kid.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to relinquish my kid to somebody I don't know. Now I don't know. That's an assumption too. Maybe there are people they know. Maybe these coyotes are part of the family and they know exactly where they're going or lying to them. There's a lot of assumptions we're making for sure.
I don't know. This is a topic where I wish we could have someone, a subject matter expert on the show. Yeah, I know. A subject matter expert on the show to.
Are there any illegal veterans out there?
Yeah. I wish.
Well, let me tell you. Let me just tell you. Obviously, I'm not a subject matter expert. Never claimed to be. But you know, my late wife was Peruvian. You do know I have Peruvians in my family. First-time Americans, didn't grow up here, didn't live here. Even my wife wasn't. She came across, and my mother-in-law, she may know something about the system. I don't know, what that is, but she may know something because she's got a big family, So they talk about the horrors as adults coming across. I don't imagine that the care and love she has for her family, she would send them. Because she did say originally the father came over legally, obviously, and brought my wife over. The brother stayed with the mother. So that's why they did. They used this chain to get them there because they weren't going to put their kids in harm's way. Now they might have taken a risk because they're adults, but they were never going to let their children go because that was the whole purpose of leaving there is to get a better life.
Yeah, but if a parent, think about that though. If a parent is willing to throw the child over the wall, put the child over the wall, or put the child like back in the days in the helicopter and say, just take my child, because they know what's happening back here. I think that says a lot. And that's why I agree with you guys with the corruption, the police corruption, the political corruptions and things of that nature, what they have to deal with. They'd rather take the chance on their child being over there, wherever there may be, but we're talking about America here. So for them to say that, I think that means a lot. That's why I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I would agree with that if they were staying to fight for their country. If they didn't want to fight for their country, I don't know why they wouldn't go with their child.
Maybe they can't.
Why can't they? They can't
because
jump over the wall?
Yeah, you got the National Guard / Border Patrol at the border. And, when it comes to Border Patrol is not going to throw a child back over the fence. So they know, and they know that. They know our game plan. They know our rules of engagement. Hint, hint. Right? Yeah. So they just put the child over there and take their chances. I don't know, man. It's spoke on it. I can see it.
Well, that I guess in that scenario, I get it. If it's just children coming across, yeah, I guess I could see that. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if I could march my kid into death. Like, hey, here, go make it through the process while I sit back here and like, to me, I don't see the difference. I just don't.
Yeah, because you've seen it as an American. You don't. What do you have to deal with here? What do you have to deal with?
No. I'm saying I don't. The risk to me. Maybe going to America is great if you make it, but there's still a risk getting there. So if that risk to you outweighs the risk of whatever's going on in your country that you're at least familiar with, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not saying they're wrong, because like you said, I don't know their scenario and I don't know what's more important to them. I'm just saying, in my shoes, unless I'm going to stay and fight, I'm going with my kid, and even if we get caught, I still got my kid there. Done. It's over. My kid is there safely. I can guarantee my child.
It's a cold day in hell before I leave my kid. That's for sure. I'm with you on that. You're not taking my kid.
I got better kids than I do.
Do I?
Good point. We didn't think of that one. Maybe he wants to get rid of his kids.
Hey, it works both ways. You can send them over the wall that way too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
maybe
Hey,
that's
they
what we
always
gotta do. Is I'll
come
start
back, man.
climbing the
What's
wall
up?
to go back that way, see what they do.
I sent my son, my daughters over there, and they always came back, man. They was,
Yeah. Because they ran out of money, right?
no, they learned a better skill. But anyway,
Well, yeah, it would be interesting. Maybe we get somebody who knows the system down there, because that's one of the things that I kind of get a little flustered by. And like Texas, all the border states, like they kind of know what's going on more than California, New York. And the Border Patrol knows way more what's going on than anybody in DC. So I'm kind of wondering why all the big mouths are not the people in direct contact with it.
right. Well, for me, if you look at Bosnia, Kosovo, and how the parents, mainly women, were trying to put their kids on choppers, American choppers, to get them out of that scenario, does it mean that they were doing that so then they could stay back and fight?
Well, yeah, maybe you're getting into there's only 2 seats left on the plane. Okay, I'll send my kid.
Dude, I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
If that's the scenario, yes, of course, I can rationalize that. If there was no way the ship was sinking and there was only 1 seat left, take my kid. Of course, that's the mentality I'd have anyway. I'm saying if that was not the answer, if there were 3 seats, there were 3 of us, I wouldn't send my kids and say, oh, well, I'll stay here. Like that wouldn't make sense.
Okay, that's perfect. Sorry, Ryan. Give me one second here. What you're saying, Jim, if there are 3 seats left, you have a child, I have a child, and Ryan has a child, you're going to try to take 2 for you and your child.
Did I say that, Ryan?
No, that's not what he said.
Did I say anything like that? Did I?
You, me, and my child, I could take out 3. I think the idea here is that you had a completely different scenario. There's nothing, these kids aren't fighting in a war zone right now. That's a whole different world, So yeah, active bullets aren't flying over their head as they're jumping the wall,
Right.
I mean, the parents, I think, would jump right behind them if they were even there, But
and here's the other question: do they have any other options? Can they go a different direction? Do they have to come to the U.S.? Can they go to a different town? Can they go to a different country down south?
Come on, Jim.
Mexico borders 2 different countries.
I'm just saying, Mike. I'm just saying. If there's no other options, then we know it's about the prosperity and the opportunity.
Exactly. They're not going to try to go through all more of a journey, if you will, to get to Venezuela or somewhere like that. You know what I mean? They want to come to America. That's the bordering country. Hey, do I think we need to go down there and make it a state? Yeah, might be a good idea.
But we did it. Everything Texas over. It worked great. So
yeah. That may happen.
Anyway, I don't have a problem with it.
No, I don't either.
No, not at all.
It is still be Mexico.
Yeah.
Somebody would be like, "Oh, you can't take that land. It's not ours. You stole it from the Mexican." Somebody would complain about it.
Yeah,
Hey, but here's the thing, though. I feel the same way about Canada.
Complain to the Indians.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. No one wants to talk about them anymore. But thank you. But I say the same thing about Canada, man. Just take it over,
Yeah.
It's not a problem so much with Canada. I don't see them, coming down here in record numbers like that. Maybe they come down. We go in.
We could, and like I got into this discussion because playing hockey, you run into a lot of Canadians on Xbox. There's Canadians in there, and I got into this discussion. I love Canada. I love Canadians. I got nothing against them, but I always laugh because they think we're arrogant too in the United States and all this. And I just can't tell. I can't help but tell them like all the free stuff you got is all free because we're paying your security bill. Like, do you not realize that? My son brought this up the other day. My son is 11 years old, and he says, "Do you know, Dad?" He said, there is more people in the city of Tokyo than the country of Canada.
Yeah.
I said, what?
Yeah.
It didn't even dawn on me. Like, he had to show me the number. And I said, are you kidding me? So when you consider that, you're not defending that big property, buddy. America's defending that.
Yeah.
So get off your little high horse, swallow a little of that pride, acknowledge it. You don't have to take our arrogance. I get it. You don't have to take it. But at the end of the day, we should just make Canada part of the United States.
Yeah, it should.
Be done with it.
I'm a firm believer in it.
We'll,
I think we
yeah,
have to fight, British Columbia for it, but yeah.
we'll call it the cold North America.
I mean, that could be one big state, right?
And then we could have the warm South America.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bam, done.
I
And
don't
that's
know. I
two more
love
senators
Colombia.
and
I
two
love,
more.
I love Canada, man. We had a lot of. I mean, they contribute a lot to the world. I mean, they really do. I mean,
Yeah, no, like I said, I got no problem with Canada. I just, like I said, let's be real. Just be genuine about it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, man. When I was in Afghanistan at Fort Phoenix, I saw those 5 Canadian Army guys.
They were all deployed at once. That's insane.
They were all, yeah. I don't know who was back in the rear. I guess.
God. Oh, God. You can't make it up, man.
I did. I really saw there were like 5 in the whole fob. I was like, man, that fob had everybody, Germans, everybody, and man, it was crazy. It was the fob
I
you went
was
to.
in Kandahar. We had a couple of Germans. We had the definitely Canadians because they have Tim Hortons there. Yeah, we had the Romanians.
What?
Huh?
Did
Tim
you
Hortons.
say?
Tim
Yeah,
Hortons.
there?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, that was their Dunkin' Donuts, man.
Okay, now y'all
Oh,
hear
no,
this.
they
This was
Starbucks
next
now.
deployment, right? That wasn't mine.
Yeah.
We didn't have any of that good stuff at my place.
Where were you at?
No, the Cornwall Valley.
Okay, yeah. Hey, next topic, Jim.
Next topic. Well, we're done with this one. It's time to pull the pin and get on out of here. We don't want to piss any more countries off.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because I do love the Canadians. They brought hockey,
Right.
and I love hockey. So
Hey,
Look, guys, in Canadian, thank you, Canada, for Michael J. Fox, for Rush. We appreciate a lot of it, really.
There you go,
He's
there
brought a
you
lot of
go.
good things to America, but
yeah, and only one question remains: what really is a Canuck?
I don't even know what that means.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't ever tell a Canadian that their national anthem sounds like "Oh Christmas Tree." They don't like that. So with
wow,
that,
it really does too, doesn't it?
let's move into our segment that we do. If you haven't been on in a while, Ryan, we can either pull the pin on something, give a person of the week, or just a shout out to anybody or anything. No pressure on positive, negative, or whatever you want. So you got something, shoot it.
Oh man, I have to think on it. Y'all go first. Give me a second. I got it now. Person of the week, man.
You sound like Mike now.
Hey, what do you see on the screen right now, man?
Myself.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm trying to do something new here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying to share my screen. You guys see me?
I see you.
Okay, never mind then. That ain't working.
I don't know if there's got to be permissions or something with that. I don't know if I have to
Oh,
look that
okay.
up or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're a little, you're kind of like yeah.
I'm not a control freak.
Hey, person of the week.
Yeah.
Well, as Jim knows, he has the book now. I have some famous relatives, Val James, to Jim. My person of the week is going out to Deshaun Burton. He's a double bass baritone. I mean, he makes Barry White sound like a soprano. All right, but he's won his second Grammy. All right, the guy is just, and he's a lovable dude, man. My cousin, I hung out with him about 3-4 times. I went to watch his specials, and every time he has a show, I'm gonna promote it on the show right now. But his name is Deshaun Burton. I tried to share the screen so you guys could see him. It didn't work because Jim won't give me the permissions.
I don't even know how.
You don't know how? You don't know how, Jim? Yeah,
No.
figures.
Or you could have sent it to me before the show, and I could have had it to share for you. But we won't get into that right now. Go ahead and finish it.
No, I can't do that. I can't do. But no, Deshaun Burton, he's a double bass baritone, deep voice, like twice as much as Barry White, if you will, and he is phenomenal. If you have a chance, go to his website, Deshaun Burton, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And purchase the CD as well. All right? Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, that's hard to follow, man.
Who's next?
I was going to go down Florida. I've been watching this DeSantis guy, our next president, I think. He is having none of this media crap. I am thankful. Obviously, they're going to get some heat. DeSantis?
DeSantis, okay.
Yeah, unless I say it wrong. I don't know. I'm not a Florida resident. But he's been on the media he's been hammering these people. They're asking these questions. He'd be like, give me some names. Okay, then I'm not answering your question. Like, he is firing back like President Trump style without all the nastiness. So
Now, wait,
I
which
give
one
him,
is he?
huh?
Which one is he? He's the one
Florida.
he's what?
Florida's governor. I think he's governor, right?
He's the one that's dealing with that 19-year-old or 17-year-old thing.
No, that's Gates from that
yeah,
Georgia.
yeah.
Is he Georgia? That's Matt.
No,
Gaetz.
he's Florida. I thought it was Florida.
Oh, it's Matt Gaetz? I don't know. I don't follow all of them. I only have to know mine
Right.
and where they live and how to get a hold of them. You know. Anyways, yeah. I'm glad that people are finally standing up to this media. Somebody's calling them out. I mean, Trump did it, but obviously Trump had too many enemies. So, well, I guess they have enemies now too. They'll just give you the spotlight. Anyway, I'm giving it out to them. I may even move to Florida.
I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna pull the pin.
There you go.
I'm gonna pull the pin on the wall. It hasn't stopped crap. Either build it higher or get rid of the damn thing. I mean, seriously, all we're doing is making the fall higher for them. They're still coming over record numbers. So what the hell is it doing?
Come
Jesus.
on. Just do crocodile pits or something.
When do we just do a dome and get it over with? Come on.
Well, I think you're right. You were onto it earlier. Just make it a state. We don't need a wall.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I think
let's start
the
a
Mexicans
petition.
would be happier too.
Mexico, the 52nd state.
Yep.
No.
Why?
He said he thinks, Ryan said he thinks Mexicans will be happy with that. Not the politicians and not the police.
Not the ones cheating. No.
You know what I mean? They're not going to be happy about that.
I think majority would be happier.
Yeah. The citizens.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, average Joe citizens, yeah, they'll be happy.
Yep.
They
I wonder if we did do that, if the Army would even stand up. I don't know. I think there's a couple dozen guys down there. I mean,
Well, the cartel's bigger than the army, right?
it really is. It's so sad. I think that's who would be unhappy. That's who we
I
find.
think that's where your problem's going to come. But then again, who knows? You know, maybe their opportunities will be easier and they won't have to.
How would that be any different than the Italian mafia in America?
Yeah, you don't have to export now.
And just check it out.
Export. Yeah, I like that.
You don't even have to have like a Senate race or anything. They'll just pick them.
Yeah,
They'll slide right into politics, no problem.
that's right.
All right,
That's right.
we good. Let's go ahead and pull the pin on this. Thank you
All
guys
right.
for showing up. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you reach out, get on some of these episodes. Do what you can. Let your veteran friends know they're invited too. Until next time, Godspeed.
Hey, and pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin already.